We're back this morning to deal with agenda items that were adjourned to today. Let's pay our daily diary. Before I go any further, Council, take us through this morning. Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Morning.
Commissioner, what we propose to do today, essentially, Commissioner, is to adjourn all our matters to Monday. The reason being that there were a number of submissions that were received by matters involving the leave applications concerning the landowners, Commissioner. I understand those submissions have been conveyed by email to my friends of Ashurst Lawyers. I will shortly after the hearing confirm with them as to what or which submissions they have received. I understand from a conference call between Mr. Kipa and Mr. Evore and Wood this morning that there were some issues relating to what submissions they had received and what they had not received. So we'll formalize that after this hearing, Commissioner. But that is essentially the reason for the proposal to adjourn. The other reason, Commissioner, is that we also will be providing to Ashurst Lawyers copies of the documents tendered into evidence by PNG Ports Corporation Limited, and that is what we intend to do by close of business tomorrow, Friday, Commissioner. So there'll be a flash drive containing those documents to Ashurst, not necessarily because there are any adverse matters, Commissioner, but we consider it is appropriate that that be disclosed to them for completeness. There are matters that have been raised in the submissions that relate to matters such as the Causeway, Commissioner. There are a number of submissions that were made by a particular landowner that related to the matters relating to the Causeway, and those are matters that are contained in the evidence tendered by PNG Ports Corporation Limited. So, Commissioner, before I proceed, perhaps I will invite my friend, or rather my friends, to formally enter their appearance before I deal with the matters that are essentially, firstly, the summonses, and I will deal with a number of leave applications, and my friend, Mr. Keeper, will deal with the balance of the leave applications.
Thank you.
If the Commission pleases, Veridamos is my name, initial MM. I appear with my learned friend, Mr. Evore, initial L, for Curtin Brothers Holdings NG Limited and Ballymore number 39 Limited, if the Commission pleases. And before Mr. Guerrero goes further, could I just briefly respond to a couple of matters he said? Firstly, we will have discussions with our learned friends after the hearing because it appears that we have not got all the responses that have been submitted by the landowners. We got 4 very late yesterday, but apparently there are more. Secondly, in relation to the PNG Ports documents, the Commission's had the PNG Port documents and Council assisting for many months. It's a bit late to give it to us with respect. Close of business tomorrow, Friday, and have a hearing on Monday. We don't see why we can't be given the documents by close of business today with respect. They were promised earlier, and really giving us the documents at 4:06 on the Friday and having a hearing on a Monday isn't particularly satisfactory with respect. And we'd ask that Council assisting reconsider that and advise if they can provide the documents by close of business today. Secondly, in relation to the objections, we're still waiting for responses from Council assisting in relation to objections which were directed to be provided last week, and that's also holding up the process. So we'd like clarification about when we're going to get the full responses to the objections that are still outstanding. So if Council assisting could respond to those matters, it would be appreciated.
Thank you, Council Oritamus. Council assisting, can you give some clarification on this?
Yes, Commissioner. The reason why is because the documents for the PNG Ports documents have not been properly indexed, Commissioner. And that obviously will take some time. So I maintain that close of business tomorrow is the appropriate time. Obviously, if we're able to produce it earlier, we will. And that deals with the PNG Ports documents, Commissioner. And I mentioned in any event, there's nothing in that material that is adverse to, from what we've seen, that is adverse to Curtin Brothers in any event. We simply provide that as a matter of courtesy to my friends. So I wish to respond to that point by my friend. Now, as to the objections, Commissioner, my friends indicated that he hasn't received a number of responses. In terms of my submission on that point, Commissioner, we will endeavor to obviously provide our responses to those objections raised by Curtin Brothers, and also having, in also considering the submissions that have been made by the landowners. It's not a matter of, it's a matter of us also forming our own view, but I would prefer to also have the benefit of also looking at the submissions raised by the landowners, which I think is appropriate thing to do. We did give them time to provide their responses by close of business yesterday. I understand all but one landowner has done so. Yeah, we will sort out that issue after this hearing, but for purposes of responding to the objections, Commissioner, we will be in a position to do so by close of business tomorrow. Now, the matters that we are proposing to adjourn to Monday, Commissioner, really will then, if we're able to resolve the issues relating to the objections quite satisfactorily by tomorrow in terms of getting our responses, then it should be really a matter of getting a convenient date anytime next week. Obviously, time is against us. It is the 6th of March. I submit we are still within the roadmap as contemplated or as published by the Commission, but we will endeavor to expedite the finalization of the matters that are outstanding, Commissioner. So I simply wish to place that on record.
Thank you, Council. Councillor Oritimus, you have anything?
So if I could get, yes, thank you, Commissioner. If I could get clarification from Council Sisting then. So I take it, but I ask for clarification that none of the, given that the responses to the objections will only be received by the close of business tomorrow, that none of the landowner matters will be listed for Monday, because that will be a waste of everyone's time. It'll be other matters that will adjourn to Monday, I assume. But if Council Sisting could clarify that, please.
Council?
Yes, Commissioner. I think it would be incorrect to characterize it as a waste of time. What we're simply doing is trying to streamline the process so no one is actually left behind. We want to avoid a situation where people are not having the benefit of documents provided by the other parties. We obviously have to afford everyone natural justice, Commissioner. And I think it's appropriate that not only Curtin Brothers are given the opportunity, but persons who also have been granted leave, in this instance, the landowners, and they should be given the opportunity, and we're simply doing that, Commissioner. Yes, we have a time to do that in terms of the limitations provided by the terms of reference, but we don't see that as a matter that is beyond our control or capacity. So we will do our best, Commissioner, and all matters, including the leave applications, Commissioner, in our submission should also return on Monday. So in that way, we're able to case manage each matter and ensure that people are doing what they're supposed to do in terms of getting the matters ready for hearing. If by Monday everything is sorted out, Commissioner, we could probably have hearings as early as Wednesday or Thursday next week. So that's the submission I simply wish to make, Commissioner, in response.
Mr. Commissioner, I think Council Sisting misunderstood what I said. What I was proposing is that, and I'm not suggesting that he shouldn't take into account the landowner's submissions, I'm not suggesting that at all. What I'm suggesting is that given that the responses to the landowners' issues will only be received by close of business tomorrow if they are, then that wouldn't be insufficient time for us to consider and speak to council assisting by the Monday hearing in respect of those. So what I'm suggesting is that perhaps it's more streamlined, that if the landowner matters were adjourned and say until Tuesday, which would then give us an opportunity to consider the responses on the weekend and confer with council assisting on Monday, and other matters can be adjourned to Monday as council assisting considers appropriate. So that's the proposal. I think Mr. Guerrero misunderstood what I was saying, because in accordance with natural justice and procedural fairness, giving us the responses on Friday afternoon and then having them all adjourned, the landowners, to Monday, isn't necessarily efficient use of time. What I'm simply suggesting is they be adjourned to Tuesday and other matters be adjourned to Monday. So I think Councillor Sissing may have misunderstood what I said, because if they're adjourned to Monday, we won't have enough time to respond and speak to Council Assisting, and then they'll be adjourned again. That's what I was suggesting. I hope that clarifies it with Council Assisting.
Yes, I think that's a more sensible way of dealing with it. And for that reason, Commissioner, if that is what my friend is suggesting, we have no problem with having the leave applications adjourned to Tuesday at 10 a.m. for that to occur, and for the rest of the matters that are not landowner applications to be listed for Monday, Commissioner? Or does my friend suggest that all matters be put off to Tuesday?
No, I'm happy, Mr. Commissioner, for matters to be put on Monday, and I'm hopeful that with discussions that we might have after the hearing, that we might get to a position that a lot of the matters on Monday, the summonses can be discharged. So I'm still suggesting that Monday be used, but for purposes other than the landowner applications.
Thank you, Councillor Lorimus.
Yes.
Councillor?
So yes, Commissioner. So with that, we agree with that course proposed. So those, if I could then mention the summons matters, Commissioner, and have those returned specifically on Monday at 10 a.m. That is Monday, the 6th of March. So item number 1, Commissioner, summons number 21.
Yes.
Item number 2, summons number 7.
Yes.
Item number 3, summons number 8.
Yes.
Summons number 4, item number 4, summons number 9.
Yes.
Item 5, summons number 14. Item number 6, summons 15. Item number 7, summons 16. Item number 8, summons 19. Commissioner, I just wish to note for the record that Mr. Michael is present this morning, and he's available to, if necessary, be cross-examined.
Yes.
Next matter, item number 9, which is summons number 30. Item number 10, summons 37. Item number 11, summons number 42. And summons number 46, which is item number 12. So if those matters, Commissioner, if they could be adjourned and extended to Monday, the 6th of March, 2023 at 10 a.m. For mention, Commissioner.
Thank you, Council. You mentioned Item number 8, return of summons number 19.
Yes.
That will also be have to adjourn
Yes,
to
yes,
Monday.
Commissioner. That will also return on Monday.
Okay, thank you, Council. I'm giving the direction now that agenda item number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, and 12, as appear on the daily diary, is now adjourned to Monday, the 6th of March 2023 at 10 a.m. for hearing. Thank you, Council.
Just for mention at this stage, Commissioner.
Sorry, Council?
Just if you can list them for mention, Commissioner.
Oh, for mention.
Yes.
Correction. Thank you.
Commissioner, then that leaves us with the balance of the list, which is the leave applications. And as briefly touched on by my friend, Mr. Vertimos, those essentially are awaiting a number of responses, particularly on matters that I have carriage of in terms of objections raised by Curtin Brothers, to which I have yet to provide a response, which I've indicated will be provided by close of business tomorrow. Now, those matters, Commissioner, firstly, item number 13, which is leave application number 6.
Yes.
Item number 14, leave application number 7.
Yes.
Item 15, leave application number 8.
Yes.
Item 15, which is leave application number 8. 16, which is leave application number 9. 17, which is leave application number 10. Now, Commissioner, if I can just mention the parties that I've mentioned have all, in one way or another, provided responses to the objections raised by Curtin Brothers and Bellimore number 39 Limited. And as I indicated, there was an issue as to whether or not Ashurst had received those. So we will have those resolved after this hearing to confirm what has in fact been received by Ashurst. Now I'll leave Mr. Kipa to deal with his matters that appear from items number 18 to number 22.
Thank you, Council. Those items that has been stated and indicated by the summonses now been adjourned to Monday as well, is that right?
To Tuesday, the
To Tuesday, the
7th
7th of
March
March 2023 at 10 a.m.
we'll list them for mention, Commissioner.
Listed for mention.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you, Council. That's a direction.
Commissioner, so what is envisaged is if everything goes to plan by Tuesday, then we're then able to confirm the hearing dates and then return on the next hearing date, which could possibly be on the Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. And that's why it's listed for mention on Tuesday to confirm the status. And if everyone is in a position to proceed, we proceed on a date thereafter that's convenient to everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Just a word of encouragement. I always emphasize very strongly that we need to be mindful of the fact that time is very important. And if you are in possession of a document that you see it's important that you need to act on, you need to do that. We cannot squeeze in a lot of things at the last minute, and that's why we need to be more prepared and focused on what we are doing. That's why when you start to allow the process to take place, it must also coincide with the preparation that we also come to deal with. Thank you, Council.
Yes, Commissioner, I've just been inquired of my friend, Mr. Kipa. He understands I probably did not mention item number 3. I do recall mentioning it, but for the record, item number 3 is the summons number 8 that should return on Monday as well. I just mentioned that for the record. I may not have mentioned it. That's the summons issued to the State Solicitor, Mr. Ropagarea.
Thank you, Council. That's included in the earlier direction
Yes,
that I gave on item number 3, which we missed out.
yes.
It's now included in there with the direction that it
Yes,
returns on Monday, the 6th.
Correct, Commissioner. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, the Commission, if I could refer to my matters on the list. I'll start with item number 18, which is leave application number 11.
Yes.
Commissioner, if this matter could be adjourned to Tuesday as well.
Sorry, Council, you speak up a bit.
Leave application number 11, item number 18.
Yes.
Leave application number 11.
Yes.
Commissioner, this application could be adjourned to Tuesday, the 7th of March, I think,
Yes.
for mention.
All right. Thank you.
And Commissioner, just for the record, in relation to this application, Mr. Gaudure has made his submissions, that is the substantive submissions. He's also filed a response or a submission in response to the objections filed by Ashurst, and that response has been served on Ashurst. So that is the status with that application.
Thank you.
Next item, Commissioner, is Commissioner, if you could just give a direction for that matter to be adjourned to Monday.
That's on
So
application
Tuesday.
number 11
In relation to item number 11.
in relation to the objection.
Item number 18,
Yes.
leave application number 11 to be adjourned to Tuesday, the 7th of March.
And I'll give direction on that it returns on the 7th, which is on a Tuesday at 10 a.m.
For mention. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 19, Commissioner, is leave application number 12.
Yes.
Commissioner, I will ask for a direction for this application to be adjourned to Tuesday as well. And in relation to this application, Commissioner, objections were made to the documentation produced by the parties in relation to this application. However, those objections have not been served on the party, only because they have not been in attendance since the filing of the objections. Mr. Kennedy is, however, present this morning. We will give them an opportunity to have a look at the objections today and have him returned on Tuesday as well. So that's the status with that application, if it could be adjourned to Tuesday as well.
Thank you, Council. In consideration to that, I give direction that application number 12 is now adjourned to Tuesday, the 7th of March 2023 at 10 a.m. For mention, is that right?
For mention, yes.
Okay.
Mr. Commissioner, Council Sisting, in relation to that application, I understand Council Sisting will give the objections to Mr. Kennedy today. we'd also ask that it be appropriate for a direction that any response by that landowner, Mr Kennedy, be provided to the Commission by close of business tomorrow, and also to Ashurst, so that we have an opportunity to consider it before next Tuesday.
Commissioner, no objections to that.
There's no objection to that. That's the response from Council Assisting. So
So if the Commission could make a direction then that in relation to leave application number 12, any response to the objections, any written response to the objections be provided to Council Assisting and Ashurst by close of business tomorrow. I'd
Thank
ask
you.
for such a direction.
thank you. I'm giving the direction now that this submission will be given until close of business on Friday, which is tomorrow, that this document be delivered. That's the direction.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Please, the Commission. I move on to item number 20, which is leave application number 13. Commissioner, in relation to this application, we've served the party with the objections, and we've yet to receive any responses from the party.
Thank you.
In any event, we will ask for an adjournment of this application to Tuesday as well, for mention.
Thank you. Similarly, in relation to that, I give direction to leave application number 13 is now adjourned to Tuesday, the 7th of March 2023 at 10 a.m. for mention. Is that correct?
Correct, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. I move on to item number 21, which is leave application number 14.
Yes.
Commissioner, this party has filed its responses to the objections filed by Ashurst, and the responses have been served on Ashurst.
Yes.
If this application could be adjourned to Tuesday as well, for mention.
Thank you, Council. In
Mr
consideration.
Commissioner,
Yes,
Sorry.
Council Waritimus.
Mr Commissioner, Council Assisting, to be consistent, in relation to item 20, leave application number 13, could a direction be made that any responses by such landowner to the objections be provided on or before 4:06 p.m. tomorrow to both Council Assisting and Ashurst, so that the matter doesn't drag on. So in relation to leave application number 13, responses, if any, we seek a direction that responses, if any, to the objections provided by Ashurst be provided by the landowner no later than 4:06 p.m. tomorrow to Council Assisting and Ashurst. Doesn't mean they have to provide them, but if they do, there's a deadline. If Council Assisting could confirm if he's agreeable to that suggestion.
Commissioner,
Council, you comfortable with it?
I have no objections, Commissioner. It's up
There's
to
no
me.
objection. So
Thank you.
there's no objection, so the direction remains that this, if any responses in relation to that must be delivered by 4:06 tomorrow. That's the direction.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner,
you.
coming back to item number 21, which is leave application number 14.
Yes.
If that could be adjourned to Tuesday as well.
Yes, Council, I'm comfortable with that. Leave application number 14 is now adjourned to Tuesday, the 7th of March 2023
Thank you,
at 10
Commissioner.
a.m. for Manson.
Please, the Commissioner. Commissioner, last item, item number 22, leave application number 15.
Was here.
Yes, Commissioner. The party in relation to this application has filed its responses to the objections, and those objections have been served on ASHES as well. So that's the status of this application. If it could be adjourned to Tuesday as well with the others. Thank you.
Thank you, Council. In consideration to that, application number 15, along with others, is now adjourned to Tuesday, the 7th of March 2023 at 10 a.m. for Manson. That's a direction. Thank you.
Commissioner, those are all the matters for today. There being no other matters, I request if the hearings could be adjourned to Monday of next week, Monday the 6th. Thank you.
Thank you, Council. We are going to another weekend, and we are resuming back on Monday, but there's a lot of things that we need to tidy up. Those submissions, landowner group, we don't come here and waste a lot of time sitting here. We need to get things moving. And when you are tasked to provide something, start to sit down on it and look at your document and where you see the relevance that it applies to this commission and get it through. I'm not in a business of trying to adjourn all the time because I'm looking at the time factors too, because we are coming to a close. But that's an encouragement to all of you. You have this weekend to really look at what you're supposed to be doing and get our council assisting this commission to also get this document through. And I know, but when we return back on Monday, we should be more prepared as we progress through. With that, I don't have any other comments to make. But I appeal to you to concentrate on what you're doing, because your information is very important. It also helps this commission and also the parties that are involved in this inquiry to guide the commission into the closing of this inquiry. And that's the major objective that we're trying to achieve, is to provide a full report on this inquiry. So your participation, your concentration must be accurately done so that you get on with the business of assisting us in this inquiry. Without your effort, we will not proceed any further. It is your information that helps us and guide us through this inquiry. I don't have any other thing to say, but until I see you again on Monday, which is the 6th of March 2023, as I said, you can now adjourn all the matters to Monday at 10 a.m. Thank you.